I run the game, man. Yeah, she run the gangsta. I be the one she knows that could make it happen. The game been good.
Let's talk about a point guard everyone believes in, Steph Curry. You know, what I'm asking you to do right now is predict his legacy at the end of his career.
That's a good question. Steph Curry is going to be looked at as a top 5 point guard of all time. He's going to be looked at, first of all, as the best shooter of all time. Because he's the best at catching, shooting in. He's the best at dribbling, shooting off the dribble. He can do it all. So he's the best at the most difficult shot maker. I think he's right up there with Kobe on making the most difficult shots. I don't think anybody's made more difficult shots than Curry. Only person there that you can argue is Kobe B. Bryant.
Kobe, yeah.
And you know what I mean? So, and one thing he's going to get to is changing the gameplay for an era. Yeah, we can give it to we can give it to Steve Nash, but Steve Nash wasn't making these times. And we have to give Mark Jackson his credit for allowing Steph Curry and Clay to have just an open.
Give them their freedom.
Like, we don't know if Steve Kerr would have came to that team and did that to them, and because that's what changed the league.
True.
They just let them go. They just let them go to do what they want. Like, basically shoot when you want. Like, the type of stuff he was doing. Come on, like
light,
no, that's the ultimate green light. Like, where a coach is like, yep, anything he shoots, it's basically 50-50. It could go in on it. Like, it's a good chance it's going in. So it's like, he's going to be responsible for kids changing the way they play basketball, for smaller people thinking they really have a shot. I don't have to be like Jordan. I can be like Curry because I'm only 6 feet, 6'1". I'm not 6'8".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely what's going to happen for him. And, he's going to be an all-time great. We got to remember the 2 years that Curry had where he had LeBron in his heels. Where people thought LeBron wasn't the best in the league anymore. Where he was actually going in front of LeBron and Durant. That's how good Curry can be. And I feel like that's where he will be looked at as a top 15, 20 player maybe of all time. Maybe I'm being too generous, but definitely I think a top 5 point guard of all time.
Okay.
He will land it for sure.
Can you quickly just rhyme off a few that would go before him?
Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, I guess.
Debatable.
Right.
That's debatable. Yeah, that's definitely debatable.
John Stockton.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
You know,
definitely. So definitely top 5. I see what you're saying. Okay.
He's top 5. Like, obviously, some people might have him there. They're Chris Paul.
Oh, Chris Paul for sure.
Like, I don't know who's gonna. I guess some people would say Curry's definitely better, but I don't know. I'm a real big fan of Chris Paul.
True,
is he gonna be better than Westbrook? You know, guy averaged a triple-double 2 years in a row. People
are they around the same age?
Like, I think they are around the same age.
Basically
on the same age. Yeah, but that's another debate. That's another debate. Yeah.
So like the rig debate always comes into play. Obviously,
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. But
at the end of the day, Curry performed pretty well. Not great, but pretty well in the playoffs to get himself 3 rings.
Last notable thing I just want to say, I think maybe we can have this in another debate another day, but I personally like Kyrie Irving over Steph Curry. Sorry.
Me too.
That's my
Kyrie Irving's the man. Kyrie Irving's the man.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
I think he's gonna end up higher than him. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think he's gonna end up
the problem
higher
is because Curry has that 3-point shot, which was really attractive, right? But there's no better finisher in the game right now than Kyrie Irving.
And Irving's 3-point shot's amazing.
That's true.
It's just
he's
Curry's
clutch.
on crack.
He's clutch.
No, but like, I look at Irving having an open 3-pointer, like that's going in, or just a
no.
His
Irving's
three's
very
nasty.
Clutch. Irving's
like
extremely. I remember a lot of times where Irving just pulled up on the Raptors and just ended the game. So
we don't want to talk.
And 2016 not to mention. So anyways, I didn't watch that whole.
I'm
finals.
a Laker fan though. First, always. Then
so Steph
after.
Curry.
Yeah.
He's gonna end up with 5 championships.
Wow.
He's gonna have 5 championships. The next 2 years, he's gonna go on a 4-peat with Kevin Durant.
Durant's back. Yeah.
That's to the next point. He's gonna get 0 Finals MVPs. 0. Kevin Durant can probably try to give him one of the next 2. He might win one of the next 2, but I'm gonna predict he gets 0 after Kevin Durant leaves in the next 2 years. even if Kevin Durant stays the third year after, I don't believe they'll win the championship
Yeah.
again that time. I think their cap's probably at the next 2 years. 4-peat, do something that no one's ever done. Well, in this current era, anyways. And then he's not getting any more regular season MVPs. That's for sure. I don't think so.
Damn.
I think he peaked a little bit. I think he peaked a little bit. He got his 2 finals MVPs. His chance to get the finals. He got his 2 regular season MVPs. His chance to get the finals MVP.
I got rid of his load quick. Pause. Nah, but I hear you.
Yeah, like he had his chance to get the finals MVP. He didn't get it. I think he's gonna be a 10-time All-Star. I think he's gonna be an All-Star for pretty much almost the rest of his career. Okay. So I think he's a 5-time All-Star right now. He's gonna get 5 straight more, I believe. He's gonna light up the scoreboard. He's
basically
gonna get
30. That guy.
Yeah, he's 30. He's gonna light up the scoreboard. I think he's gonna get around 25,000 points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be, and also I think he's definitely gonna be the all-time leader season and playoffs in 3-pointers made.
Definitely.
Right now. He's gonna end up with north of 3,000, probably 3,500, which is like far off. He's gonna end up with probably 600 plus 3-points made in the playoffs if he keeps making the playoffs for the next few years. So that's gonna be, I think Ray Allen's like 495 or 395, something like that. He's almost 395. He's almost at Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's gonna set that record so high.
Hopefully, if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy, that's the biggest thing here. If he stays healthy, he's the first ballot. At the end of the day, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easy, hands down.
I think he's gonna end up with 5 rings though. I think that's the biggest thing. He's gonna end up with 5 rings, 10-time All-Star easily.
He needs Durant for 12 rings.
Durant's gonna be a 4-time Finals MVP. He's gonna 4-peat.
Durant might be in LA, man. Just we'll keep that on mind.
Well, what I heard, I was watching something that Durant wants to play in the new stadium. So the new stadium is 2 years away. So he has to win this year, and then he has to play again next year.
Oh, because aren't they going to be San Francisco?
Win this year. Yeah, they're going to be closer to Silicon Valley.
Are they going to be called San Francisco Warriors?
No, I think they're still going to be called Golden State. I think it's the same area.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so that whole Golden State or whatever, the whole area. But I think they're still going to be the Golden State Warriors. But yeah, he wants to play for that in that new arena, which is not going to be ready till the next season after next. So he's probably going to win a ring in the new building, the new arena, and then that's going to be 4. He's going to be satisfied. I doubt he's going to go with LeBron James. Maybe the only way he'll go with LeBron James if he knows he can get Finals MVP over LeBron James.
It'd be stupid to go with LeBron. Like, it's just like play against him. You shouldn't want to.
But think about it. If he has 4 and LeBron is 3, and then he joins LeBron and gets Finals MVP over LeBron, not only is he getting more Finals MVPs, he's also getting more rings still. Even though he's helping LeBron get rings, he always have 1 more than LeBron.
That's true.
Just like for a certain point, Wade always had 1 more than LeBron.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? He can always have that.
They
that's very important to Durant.
They're tied right now. So at the age of 34, do you think Chris Paul's worth the max contract?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he is. Right. The main reason is market price.
Okay.
At the end of the day, all these big guys, Curry's making 37 mil, I believe. Paul George making 35 mil. You have Harden making 30 mil. You have all these big, even have Andre Drummond, Bradley Beal making 25 mil.
Yeah.
If Bradley Beal's making 25 mil, Chris Paul should at least be making 35.
He Beal's a young boy though. This guy's 34.
Drummond, okay, let's talk about Drummond then. You're gonna say Drummond? Steven Adams. Making 24 mil.
Adams a young boy and he does a lot of dirt for a team. It's hard to have a big man that puts in dirt like Adams.
At the end of the day, you have
he's
to pay
worth
market price.
Adams is worth the market price. Some people
I personally don't think so.
He puts up numbers if he has to.
I personally don't think so. I don't think
it's perfect for Westbrook. That's just my opinion, but
yeah, I think 24 mil is a little too much to be paying Steven Adams. 24 mil a year. I believe so.
Maybe it might look like he doesn't look like the prettiest, but trust me. Anyway, go.
Blake and Hayward are making 31 mil. You know what I'm saying? So like these are the prices you're going to be paying for, and he's a superstar.
Yeah, he is.
Chris Paul, especially what he did in the conference finals, he's a superstar, hands down.
Yeah.
Another point I want to quickly make is the funny thing is he's going to be getting more money than Harden.
Is he?
Right now, like Harden's only getting 30 mil next year.
But his extension didn't kick in yet. Right?
Well, he signed an extension already?
I thought he did.
I'm not even too sure, to be honest.
Sure.
I don't even know if he signed an extension. If he did, then he kicks in.
Yeah, he signed it.
But when I was reading up, I didn't see anything about an extension or anything. But he might be waiting because it's probably better for him to wait till the offseason and get the Supermax. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you get more money if you wait than signing the extension. But my point is, your best player doesn't need to be making the top salary to win championships. In 2017, so not this last year, but the year before that, Curry's making $12 million.
Yeah, they had him on that cheap because of his weak ankles.
You know what I'm saying? Curry's making $12 million. When Curry won his first ring, Iguodala, David Lee, and Andrew Bogut were all making more than Steph Curry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Iguodala got the Finals MVP, so you can say whatever, but then even David Lee and Bogut are still getting paid more than Iguodala.
David Lee was getting
you know what I'm saying? So like, even when the Big Three came around in Miami, Wade was getting a little less.
Yeah,
Bosh is not the player LeBron is, and they're getting paid the exact same amount. So you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you can make an argument that he's not worth this money because, you know, Harden's not getting paid as much. Harden's way younger than him. Harden's way better than him.
No, Harden's going to sign his new contract.
Well, obviously, I'm talking about when you're looking at your cap.
Yeah.
When you're looking at your cap, you're thinking, do I want to sign a 34-year-old to all this money?
Because he's going to be getting paid like that at 37 and
exactly. So what I'm saying, he's worth it because, A, that's the market price. You can't do anything about that if you want to stay this championship contender team. And B, yes, Harden is getting paid less right now, but that's fine because even if they win the championship next year, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Unless a player was getting paid way more than the best player on the team. So I think it still works out in there when you look at the cap. Obviously, you can make an argument against it, but in my opinion, I'm a cold GM. I personally trade his ass 2 years in, but that's just me.
What the?
I don't mess with money when it comes to that. I like to pay people what they're worth, not what they think they're worth.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, if that's all you got to say about that. I have to agree to an extent because I believe he is worth the max, just because for the simple fact that as soon as he went on Houston, people have been confused. As soon as he went on Houston, they're automatically championship contender.
Yeah.
They actually had Golden State on the roll.
Yep.
That's just the facts of it. They did some record. They beat a record of missed shots, missed threes. Like
27 missed threes.
Something never done in history. So if they just hit 2 of those, they would have won. It would have been a totally different. So they're there. They're there with them. Like they showed they could win. So what are we playing for? We're playing to win. So we're playing for it's a now league. Yeah, he's injury prone, but I feel like even Chris Paul 36, his game doesn't use as much, doesn't require as much athleticism, right? It's a lot of with floor vision, IQ. He just needs to find everybody open.
Yeah.
He can average 10 points and go up there and still make because he's a hard defender.
Yeah.
His IQ is so high, he knows how to play defense without putting out that much energy.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's worth it, and I feel like it makes them a contender every year. And I think in the last year or so it might look a little sloppy, but I think it's worth that. I think you can give yourself 2 good years a good shot of going for the ring.
Yeah, well, I think you minus Trevor Ariza and add Carmelo Anthony, you're not a contender anymore, but that's another story. That's another story.
But see, I feel like people are not realizing it's just having Harden and Paul alone makes them a contender. And that's all I gotta tell you guys right now.
Yeah.
I'll leave it.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
You know, I'm a Chris Paul cat.